for some people you might be their only point of contact, so it's really important that the issues that they're bringing to you, you take that on and you rectify it for them, because they might not have anybody else to speak to about it. So I've had customers where they've not made the referrals themselves because they're scared to speak to people, so I try and build a relationship with them firstly, and then they're happy for me to take that on and make that on their behalf.
She's a little language barrier, she speaks Cantonese, not great English, so where I could support her and speak on her behalf, I would do.
I always try and put myself in their boots, and I do try and get the bigger picture of what's going on.
If I know that something is right, then I will absolutely advocate for that.
You never know what's going to be behind that door, the type of personality that's going to answer that door. We all recognise and adapt the way we're going to communicate.
What I didn't know at the time is that this gentleman suffered with Alzheimer's. So I rang Salford out of our adult social care. So off the back of that, we then had a plan in place that on a daily basis he would have that support that he needed.
Well, I had a gentleman that had a property condition case, and it took a while for me to actually get into him. I ended up speaking to him through the intercom because that was the only way that he would answer. So I managed to speak to him and he let me come round and we had a look at his property, and there was quite a lot of rubbish all over, and he felt quite embarrassed by it, and again it was through no fault of his own that he was in those conditions, but he didn't want to speak up and ask for help. So I let him know sort of what was on offer, and I made a referral for additional support to adult social care for him.
So by having a diverse workforce, that helps people understand and have empathy. If you have experienced the things that your tenants have experienced, then you're more likely to act with empathy. And that will help your decision making.
Well, there's one customer where he had no communication with anyone because he couldn't afford a phone, so we managed to get him a phone, and he rings me quite often still just to give me updates on how he's doing. That's the kind of thing sometimes when you're having a hard day that reminds you why you're doing what you're doing as well, definitely.